hopefully just finishing up tonight. Gary has a game in a little bit, so no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit as I grind some of these bowls down. So we'll just have music on for a little while. Okay, so those are all ground down now. So I'm just gonna put for the ceramics, we use stilts. So we use a grinding pad on the Dremel to get rid of those stilt marks. So I'll set that up back up for Mom. So that when she comes back down, she'll have that all set up for her. And I'm going to pass this done one off to Gary because he is currently being amazing and wiping down the bottoms for me. So I wax the bottoms, but then I get paint on the wax, so then we wipe that off and we put it in the kiln. He puts every one of these on a cookie, which is pretty much just a flat piece of bisque with some rims on the side. Okay, here we go. So I have 3 left that I'm going to do this evening. I have this really wide one that I kind of want to try to do a frozen pond sort of effect on it. So I don't know if I should do this one first or last. But what I'm going to use for the effect, I think this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the root beer, which is a dark brown color. Oh, and I have Cinnabar. I've yet to use Cinnabar. I should do one of these in Cinnabar. All right. Let's get some light going. Okay. I have so many bottles in front of me here. All right. Nope. Nope. I want that one. Nope. 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 Yes. All right. So root beer is this brown color that is very similar to like those old root beer candies. And then I have Northern Woods, which is a really pretty green color that falls. And then I think I need a color to go over top of it. I'm kind of thinking that micro pearl could be cool, or milk glass, and I don't have my milk glass down here that I can show you what it. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. There's the milk glass. So we're going to make Gary decide. So Gary, I'm going to paint the inside of this bowl brown. I'm going to do dots of green all over it. And then I'm going to paint it over with either the micro pearl or the milk glass. Which one should I use? We're putting Gary in the hot seat now. He wasn't listening to me. He was listening to a podcast. I already said you were working to help me. So you didn't hear me say that you were amazing either. Fine. I'll keep that to myself. So I'm going to paint the whole inside. I'm painting brown. I'm going to do green dots. And then I'm going to do over top of that either this color or the milk glass. Milk glass? Okay. So micro pearl. All right. Milk glass on top. It has been decided. Here we go. Here we go. I left all of my paintbrushes across the room because that's what I do. Okay, and then on the how much milk glass do I have left? Okay. We're just going to do root beer on the outside. So let's start with the outside. I may do some milk glass kind of overlapping. Oh. Guys, I am so getting ahead of myself. I just want to get painting here. All right, first I gotta wax the bottoms of these. So that's gonna warm up. I have I call it my electric skittle. Let's put tools away before I lose them. So if you're just joining in, I've been working on 100 yarn bowls because I signed up for a fiber show that I have yet to hear back from as to what booth I have, which is beginning to stress me out, and I'm gonna have to call them tomorrow. And so because I couldn't say the word skillet earlier and it kept coming out as skittle, this is my electric skittle. And so what we do is we take our bowl, we put it into the electric skittle, we take it back out, we shake it a little bit to get off all of the extra little drippy bits, and then we put it over here, and then we flip it upside down. Oh, and we apparently did not get off enough. So now I have this drip of wax, which is not good. So this may actually have to go into a bisque firing. Get that wax off. Shnikes. I really screwed that up. Okay. Well, when Gary comes back down, I will have him... Well, that sucks, because that goes my whole frozen pond thing. Alright. Alright, well, let's do this one instead. We put it in, we lift it up. We let it drip. Come on. Drippy, drippy. Alright, we tilt it back, we plunk it down, we pick it up, and we flip it over. Gary, I screwed up. Yeah. On your next travel upstairs, can you grab me another bowl? I got wax up the side of this one. Alright, so the wax takes a couple of minutes to harden, so we're going to leave that for a minute or two. And somebody just joined us.
Heyo.
Hello, welcome back.
Hey.
I'm waxing a couple of bowls so that I can get a few more painted tonight. Okay. All right, and this time we're going to remember to turn off the electric skittle.
So is that just going to become a running joke at this point?
100%. It is absolutely an electric skittle now.
Nice.
Yep.
You know, the sad part is, if we ever find Sakura, he is going to want one.
All right, so this is green jasper. This is not the color that I wanted to paint this. Let's try this again. This is mint spec.
Oh.
This is this color here. You can see the green with the blue specks in it.
Sending a live chat or super chat. How do I do that?
You should just be able to chat. I don't have enough people for a super chat yet. That's where like people pay money to.
Yeah, I know what super chat is. I was more curious what it meant by sending a live chat.
Oh, you should just be able to like send a. It should just be live and it should come up immediately, because we are live.
Hey, there we go.
So this still is super dirty. So we're just going to take this piece of paper. I'm going to use that.
Oh, cool. It gave me XP.
Oh, there you go. Matt is my number one fan right now.
I think it says I am right now.
Oh, really? Cool.
Or at least if I'm reading this correctly.
Maybe it's a stream by stream basis.
Possibly. It says keep it up to stay in the top spot.
Ah. Cool.
Meanwhile, I've been advertising your top-notch trees.
Aw, thank you. We'll be getting more of that on video. Our camera actually came in today, and so tonight, once this kiln is running.
Hypothetically, if I wanted to advertise your pottery, what would I tell them to look for other than just the YouTube channel?
So it should be throwwithusdms.com, but the last time I checked, it wasn't actually live. But in theory, over the next week, as I revamp all of my websites, they should all interlink. So any of the places you send people, it should just kind of have links to all of my other stuff.
Neat. Yeah. Okay, so there would be a link to Top Notch Trees from Throw With Us DMs?
Yeah. Yep. And there would be a link from Top Notch Ceramic Trees to Throw With Us. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was working on. And then my Throw With Us didn't go live, and then we went on vacation. And I'm like, okay, I have to deal with that when I get back. And then I was waiting for the yarn bowls to come out of the kiln so that I could just do everything at once. Because I think it's going to be literally a day of me sitting at a computer and just cursing at it. So I may actually do that while live so that people can see all of the fun stuff that it takes to be a business owner.
Yeah. I hear that.
Because it doesn't just take me 3 hours to make one of these bowls, it also takes me another hour to get it online to sell. You are awesome. Yeah. Cool. What's the question? Okay. Yeah, there's 3 more over there, 1 more there in front of you. That's why I was hoping that all the short ones would go on the top shelf. So Gary, what do you think if I go live on Roll With Us while I was filling in Skullport for you? Just tell. Okay. How long has he been in Skullport for? Adam, how long have you been in Skullport for?
Are you talking Melody?
Yeah.
I would wager probably at least a couple of weeks to a month at this point, because she's been
Oh.
looking for Allegra.
Okay. So he had wanted to be in Skullport for a couple of weeks to a month. So what were you doing in Skullport all that time?
Like I said, most of the time I would be looking for Allegra. As far as like where I would be staying, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the place.
How were you looking for Allegra during that time?
She'd be asking around town, around the campus.
Oh, so you wanted to be at the college.
Or, I mean, okay, wait a minute. Is Skullport the name of the city
Yeah,
as
so
well? Oh, okay.
Gary, is the college still in Skullport? Okay. Okay, so she was asking around the college. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so I was thinking about going live on his channel and working on my letters and working on filling in Skullport and whatnot. You can't raid on YouTube. You can only raid on Twitch.
Read what?
Raid. Like if you are ending your stream, you can bring all of your watchers over to another channel.
Neat.
Yeah. Raiding on Twitch is fun.
Never had enough followers to do that per se.
So as long as you had like a watcher, you could do it.
Oh, hey, what do you know?
That's
In which case, I would still make the argument I never had enough consistent watchers yet.
That's fair.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, we used to do that on Ashley's channel.
Ashley. Oh, geeked out.
Yep. Yeah. They raided me once.
Question is, if they raid you while you're live, is that considered an on-air raid?
It is. And you can only do it when you're live.
Oh. Well, that works, I guess.
Yeah. So what you do is you go to end your stream and you look at all of your friends on Twitch to see who's streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And you choose one of them, and then you hit the raid button, and you take all of your followers over to their stream. So everyone kind of gets booted out of your channel and automatically sent into their channel.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm going to assume that was directed at Gary.
Yeah. Okay. So that blue hydrangea one won't work. Oh, that one was pretty. Or at least I was hoping that one was pretty. Okay. I'll look. I have the Career Ladder song stuck in my head.
Career writer?
Career Ladder.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's It's a guy that takes a ladder into the center of a city, and you stand on the career ladder, like on the opposite side of him, and then he asks you questions, and he tries to guess what you do for a living.
Huh.
And his song is pretty
Okay.
much just like, I hope you don't have to hold your bladder. It's time for the career ladder. And it's stuck in my head.
Well then.
Okay. This one's going to be really cute. I'm kind of excited for this one.
Mm.
My mint speck bowl. So Adam wanted a pink bowl, a light pink one. So I used the piggy pink. It comes out a little bit darker to cone 6 than it does to cone 06. But it's still a pastel pink.
Mm.
So we'll see how that one comes out.
Oh, heavens. Did you ever find that Rise coffee?
Oh, I did. It's still sitting on the dining room table. I think Gary has your address, right?
I would, he should at the very least, since he gave me that, what was it, Guns and Gears book?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, worst case scenario, if you want me to, I can resend it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me.
Sure. There we go.
Cool. Okay. Well, I have 2 already waxed.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is all I get tonight, then this is all I get tonight. That works. Gary is amazing and quickly working to get this done for me before he goes into game.
I will be right back. It's time to go feed Lily again.
Because he understands the concept that I don't want to be working till 10 o'clock. I'd like to actually take a break tonight. So he is quickly taking some time and helping me get some work done. Okay. The only reason I wouldn't is that you're gaming. Yeah, that's not fair. You still have to listen to game and whatnot. right, this is going to be a quick third coat. These were pretty thick layers, so I don't want to do it too thick. But it's still wet, so that's not a bad thing. And let's see, after this one, what do I want to paint? Oh, you know what? I haven't done Cinnabar yet. I think I'm going to do a Cinnabar one. Let's make sure I got in there all the way. Okay. Cool. And this one's done. All right. I've been kind of looking for something to mix this mint spec with, but I'm not really quite sure what I want to do with it. I feel like, can we? Oh, that light just went out again. I feel like a pink or maybe a red might give something cool. I'm not sure. I really need to get another USB-C thing plugged in over here, because I am looking and I do have an extra plug in the back. So I really need to get another one over there. Well then, something just had a temper tantrum. Because you're amazing. Only one more will fit. Oh, yeah. Yep, that one. Wow, only one more is going to fit. Okay. I know you would do anything for me. All right, I'm going to mute myself really quick, guys, so you just have to listen to music for the next minute or so. I'm going to grind down something real quick on here so there's no sharp points. right, Gary is off to go start the kiln at a slow cone 6 specifically. So none of these are going to get in the kiln now, but they'll get in a couple of days. I need to get a couple of tree kilns done. Alright, so I haven't done anything yet in this cinnabar color, which is a red color. Buzz, buzz. My phone keeps buzzing. It's a really pretty red color. I know you can't see that great on camera. So I've yet to use this one yet. Fresh can of paint. This paintbrush. And this I feel like would layer really cool with a lot of my things. I feel like a white gloss with some flux. I feel like trying not to make a mess. I feel like the milk glass would go really well with this. I even think the blue hydrangea would go well with this. The micro ash. I feel like a lot would go really cool with this cinnabar color. The question is, do I want to make this straight cinnabar or do I want to go straight into layering this? I also have a really cool tiger's eye. All right, we're gonna start with 2 layers of the cinnabar. We're gonna start with waxing this thing. And then the question is Adam back? No. Okay. Okay, it's still kind of warm, so this wax is melting pretty quickly. Okay. Okay, so this is too wide for this for the electric skittle. So we're just going to go around in a circle. I had kind of gone back and forth whether or not I should have gotten this size or the size up. And I'm like, nah, this will be fine. Should have went size up. Okay. right onto the paper that I continually use. And then flip it upside down to dry. Okay. So I think these two next ones are both going to be used with Cinnabar.
What?
And then I have to decide what I want to mix them with. I know I'm going to do the one with Tiger's Eye. And man, I keep thinking that like blue hydrangea would just be really good on it, but I don't know. And I feel like that's one of those things where I want to do like a real test with, and not on like on a good bowl. So I think the first one is going to be Tiger's Eye. And then oh, I'm itchy, guys. All right. Then do I want to do like an opal luster? Maybe I'll do an opal luster on the other one. All right, so I'm going to do this one with the opal luster. Now, do I want to do the opal luster on the inside, outside, or both? I think I'm just going to do it on the inside. Oh, hold on. I'm thinking of micro pearl. I'm not thinking opal luster. Let me go see what opal luster looks like. Oh yeah, no. All right, let's do opal luster. No idea if that'll look good or not. We're gonna find out. I really should be doing test tiles. I really should not be doing this straight up on bowls. Okay.
Well, there's an annoying twist I just found out.
What's that?
I've got a friend that is going through. He went from sepsis to
Oof,
stage 3 liver failure.
that sucks. I'm sorry.
He was well, I say was. He still is. He's still alive. Former coworker.
Okay.
And depending on what, technically speaking, level-wise, he was my manager.
Okay.
And I say technically because I was just the cashier. He was at one point, department manager, and then at one point, he stepped down and just became a standard tech. So it depends on what point in the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fully get stepping down from management positions. I would
Same.
not want to.
No, I understand that myself. It's one of those where it's like, I mean, it would very much depend on what exactly I would be manager of, as to whether I would risk it or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of unofficial titles, which was really annoying because my paycheck never
reflected that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Trust me. My first job, long story short, they took advantage of the fact that they technically could cross train. And so, despite being one of the lowest paid jobs in the store, I was working multiple areas that got paid way more than I did, but never got that pay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. The people I was training were getting paid 20,000, minimum 20,000 more than me.
To be fair,
So
at least they were making at least 20,000. I can't make that argument at the rate I was making.
that's fair.
Granted, that was also almost a decade ago, but still.
Well, so was this. I mean, I haven't done insurance since I left in 2006. No, I didn't. I opened my business in 2016. I left in 2000. I don't know, 18, I guess. 2017. Something like that.
Oh. And the irony nowadays is that even if I wanted to go back to that line of work, I am not physically in a state to do so. At least not without, I would argue, enough accommodations that most places won't consider me.
Yeah, insurance has always been my backup.
Well, until recently, retail was my backup, but like I said, nowadays I can't be on my feet for more than an hour or so without pain. And so I'm like, yeah, I don't think most places are going to want to hire me. Yes, there are certain places that allow you to sit, but at the same time, the only places I know that do are also the same places that say, well, you're not going to just be sitting here waiting on customers all day. So it's like, then what? You know?
Yeah, we have checkout lanes that are strictly like the person sits.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like at Aldi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Where on the other hand, it's one of those where it's like, on the same token, I'm also on disability and legally blind. So that further cuts my chances of getting a decent job these days. Never mind trying to find one that pays what I need.
That's fair. Okay. Stop trying to jump. A bunch of my test tiles just like jumped off of the shelf.
As in, like, something knocked them off, or?
I think it's the vibration from the fan.
Okay, that makes sense.
So right now I am painting Cinnabar. The next two are both going to be Cinnabar. One is going to have Tiger's Eye with it, and the other one is going to have Opal Luster. And so when I take these out of the kiln and I'm like, I don't know what this is, I can look back at these videos and go, haha, that is what I mixed to create this. Because what I should have been doing is I should have been taking pictures all along to tell me how I created stuff. But I haven't been doing that.
No, I hear that. I understand that same concept. What the heck are you? Oh. Sorry, just randomly out of the corner of my eye I saw an advertisement. And I was like, what is this? And then I realized, oh, it's a Steam Deck.
Okay. That is not Cinnabon. Cinnabar. Okay. I don't know why all of a sudden you guys are rattling, but it is really annoying me.
Whew. Huh. Okay. So I'm going through Facebook and I randomly come across a thing that comments about Gene Wilder. I was surprised to discover he died back in 2016. I thought he died more recently than that. Then again, that just tells you how fast time goes.
I don't know who that is.
Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to say Young Frankenstein, but I don't know if you've seen that one either.
I feel like I've seen that one.
It's a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that one. I don't know why I started painting it that way. That's not how I paint this.
Okay. Despite the fact that I took an energy drink this morning and took coffee, my body is still tired, but then in the same token, I've been up since 4 o'clock.
I was gonna say, you're probably past the point of crashing at this point.
Yeah, that's true too, now that I think about it. Then again, nowadays, I don't typically crash from caffeine either. Or, well, let me rephrase that. Apparently, I can crash from coffee, where my energy drink, it doesn't make you crash. It doesn't have anything in it to do so.
Okay. I mean, even if it doesn't make you actually crash, like, you know, it getting out of your system and no
Fair.
longer being effective.
Which typically by the time that happens, I don't need it anymore anyway. Have you ever heard of a website called Dubby? Dubby?
No.
I use their I say energy drink if only because I can't think of a better term for it, despite the fact that there's a connotation connected to the term energy drink. It's not like a Red Bull in the sense that it's got a boatload of caffeine and other crap in it. This one actually has clean ingredients. Even my doctor said it was perfectly fine. And
Cool.
so far, I've only had one type that I didn't necessarily care for because they have a bunch of different flavors. Ironically, the one that I didn't care for was the one I was most anticipating. They have one that's s'mores flavored. It would be a lot better if it actually mixed with the milk.
Okay.
Because ironically, at one point, because of the fact that I didn't know it hadn't fully mixed, my last sip was almost pure powder, and that powder tasted amazing. But because it didn't mix with the milk primarily just tasted like milk. I was like, well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every now and then I'll hear my daughter just randomly start saying something. This time it sounded like she said, "Huzz!"
Mhm.
Like, that's too cute.
Okay. So I'm only going to do 2 on the inside of this because I want to do the opal luster on the inside. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. And I'm going to paint this one in Cinnabar. I've lost.
Now, when you say cinnabar, you're not talking about a specific color, are you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Cinnabar
There's
is
something
a
I must not be seeing then.
reddish brown color.
Yeah, that's why my brain is confused, because I see gray.
On this,
Yeah.
that's because I'm about to paint it.
Okay.
The last one I just did was also the Cinnabar color.
Oh, yep, I see what you mean.
Yep. I think these are going to be my last 2 for the evening. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I really should continue working. I have a ton of trees I need to paint for tomorrow's kiln. But I don't really want to. So, if I'm going to look at my website, I need to clean off the desk over there. I also don't really want to do that. So I may go hang out with Gary while I work on the website. But I don't really want to intrude in Miko's game.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not really quite... I have so much to do, but none of it I really want to do.
No, I hear that. I've got things that I technically could be doing, but it's more along the lines of, with Lily being my primary focus, I don't want to take the time to do them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I keep making excuses.
Yep. Like, I really wanted to paint these yarn bowls, so that's what I did.
Right?
Oop. If I get paint all over my finger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go sit up in the cat room with Gary and work on the website. Because I'm super annoyed that I broke it. I might not have broken it. I might not have hit the, like, I might have just, like, just not hit the publish button.
Yeah.
So. So I'm gonna go look at that. And actually, you know what? You're sitting at a computer. Can you go to throwwithusdms.com and tell me if the website is up and running?
Sure. Let's see. What the?
Guess not.
It says, a bright idea coming soon. Build a website, sell something, blog, and so much more.
Okay. Yep, guess not. Okay.
Yeah, it's acting like it's wanting me to start a website. That's strange.
Yeah. That's what that's like WordPress's default.
Oh, okay. That explains that. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm hoping that I just didn't hit the publish button once I finished making the website, and that all I have to do is go in and hit the publish button, because it was a whole lot of work, and I'm really hoping that I didn't lose all of that work. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna go sit with Gary while he plays his game and work on the website.
Oh, Jean just got home, just in time.
Nice.
So I will catch you later.
Yeah, have fun.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. All right. So I'm gonna finish 2 more bowls tonight. One I've already done the base coat of Cinnabar on, and I'm gonna do a opal luster in the center. This one I'm doing the outside Cinnabar right now, and then I'm gonna do a dark flux over it, and I'm gonna do the tiger's eye on top of it. I'm unclear if I want to do the tiger's eye all the way down to the bottom, or if I just want to do it like kind of around the rim and then all the way on the inside. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna leave the bottom red open and do the tiger's eye part way down on the outside and all the way down on the inside. Okay. I'm tired, guys. All day tomorrow I will be painting trees so that I can get the kiln loaded with trees after we do a kiln opening with all of these pretty bowls. And Gary's headset is coming tomorrow. So we should both be able to be heard. Which I'm very excited about. And with the wireless camera, you'll be able to see him pour as well. And you know what? Because I'm only going halfway down on the outside, I should do another layer of the cinnabar around the outside along the bottom. Once all of these are done, I'll be working on my next project. But I am hoping to take a day or two and get a bunch of shorts made so that I can put them up like twice a week or something. And I am thinking about logging into Gary's account and doing a quick live on, because he's running Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but Skullport isn't just a like empty town. So I was helping him populate it. And I really need to get back to it. So I was thinking about going live and chatting with people. Okay. All right, so we're just going to do a quick around the outside on the bottom here. And Gary was amazing, and he found my headphones. So maybe while I sit with him, I'll put my headphones in and I'll listen to my book while he's in game. Okay. All right, and that should be it for the cinnabar for these two. I'm not going to wash my brush quite yet.
I thought you left.
No, I'm going to finish these two bowls.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so there's my cinnabar. Now we're going to do some flux, which is a paint that whatever you put on top of it, it makes it move and flow kind of down the piece. So I'm going to use a dark flux because this is dark paint. Yeah. So I don't want this to flow too much down onto my circle that I cut out for the yarn because I don't want it to fill in that gap. So we're just going to avoid that. Touching wet paint again.
darn.
And I still need to update with the new question in Discord.
Oh, by the way, I think I might have finally, if everything goes well, found a way around my YouTube payment issue.
Oh, yeah, that's what you had said. That's awesome.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot I mentioned that to you.
No, you're good. It's good to be excited about it.
Yeah. Especially considering if my math is correct. If my math is correct, I've got decent amount of money. Well, to me at least, coming my way.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to do the rim.
Fun fact, if you can get 23 more subscribers, you can start making shorts.
I can make shorts now.
Fascinating. Because
You
when I
mean
tried to
like
do that with
you mean like monetized shorts or like
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wrong term. I meant to say go live on like your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not what I meant to say. Yeah, because my other channel, just recently, thanks to ironically, several of y'all, hit the 50 subscribers I need, and now I can go live on my phone.
Nice.
Whether that channel will eventually be able to get monetized, we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Whether YouTube will put up with me having more than one monetized channel or not, I have no idea.
I wouldn't see why not.
Well, let's put it this way. Facebook got mad at me for trying to have more than one valid account. So, I wouldn't see why YouTube wouldn't. To the point where nowadays if I tried to get into that account, Facebook slaps me with a quote-unquote threat to security claim. I'm like, what?
Don't you do it as a business or another pseudonym name and then link it with yours?
At the time, no. Remember I think you and Gary were even friends with me on that account.
Oh, okay. Alright, that's the only dark flux I'm going to be using, so this can get closed up. Alright, and we're going to let this one dry while we go back to this first one. So this one here has 3 coats of cinnabar on the outside and 2 coats on the inside. Because the inside, and I forgot to turn off my wax again.
Mm.
I'm going to have no wax left. It's going to evaporate. This one is going to have the opal luster on the inside. Which looks sort of close in color to the cinnabar, but it's not going to turn out that way. So we're going to do 2 coats of this on the inside. And then hopefully by the time I'm done with this, the other one will be dry and I can paint the tiger's eye on that one. Clear if I want to do 2 or 3 coats. I'm thinking 2 good coats should be fine. So what are you thinking about, I don't think we've talked about this since we had game. So what are you thinking about Kai's book right now, or not, Kira's book right now?
Boy. I, at this point, am slightly confused in that, from what I can understand, she doesn't need to be reading the book for it to be causing trouble.
Okay.
Am I reading that correctly? Pun intended?
Yes, you are correct. But causing trouble, I mean, that's such a strong phrase. All it's doing is killing plants and telling people to bow to Kira. I mean, really, how is that causing trouble?
I mean, as somebody whose previous character was a druid? Well, okay, technically my previous character was a wizard, but you know what I mean. I was referring to Deku.
Yeah. So are you going to be the next one up to try to read the book?
Would Duvanian try to read that book? Let's see. She's got a 14 wisdom, so maybe. But at the same time, she has an 8 intelligence, so she is not very book smart. So.
So she's a librarian who doesn't like books. Got it.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be insanely ironic. Yeah, no, she would probably be reading the book on principle because it's a book. I'm more amused that upgrading to Windows 11 got rid of the whole Roll20 issue.
Well, I'm glad it fixed it.
Same, because it was getting annoying, to be honest.
That's fair. Okay, so
I mean,
that
at
is
the very least,
2 coats. That is 2 coats. I think I want to do some around the outside. Sorry, continue.
I mean, at the very least, worst case scenario, I had a way to get around the issue. It was just annoying that I had to, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this is hilarious. I've got a friend who is a, what do you call him? Power lifter. And she's also a huntress. She said she posted a thing where she says, "I've got some extra gator hide. I'm going to sew it onto my lifting belt. Then, when people say I like your belt, I'll be able to say, thank you, I killed it myself."
There you go.
Right?
Hmm?
I mean, that's a flex, not gonna lie.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about it's interesting because I've never actually looked into powerlifting myself, and I'm very curious to see exactly how it works because she is able to lift over 400 pounds.
Okay.
Deadlift.
Hmm.
My brain can't even comprehend trying to lift that much weight.
Man, I can't remember what his name is. I follow somebody in Reels, and he's a power lifter, but he doesn't look like a power lifter. Like, he's like skinny, and so he walks around as a janitor,
Uh-huh.
and he lets people like mock him, and then he's just like, may I move so I may clean? And they're like, you can't lift that. And he's like, I need to clean. May I move? Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. And like they'll try to like stop him, and then he'll just kind of like move their dumbbell with all of the weight on it.
Nice.
And and if they're people that like really mock him, then he starts doing helicopter. He picks up the dumbbell, throws it over his head, and just like starts spinning around in circles and just starts chanting helicopter. He's so funny. I love
That's
him.
adorable!
Yeah. All right, this one is done.
Where the irony, in my opinion, is this woman could pick up both my wife and myself and not break a sweat from it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And still have 100 pounds left over.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, I don't know if she's ex-coworkers, I guess, what she used to be into that. And she was this, I mean, if she weighed 120 pounds, 30 pounds of that was muscle weight.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I understand that.
she was the tiniest woman, and she could lift. All right, now we're gonna do Tiger's Eye.
Mm.
Over all of this flux. Oh, look, and it's the same color as everything else that we're painting right now. Of course it is. Okay.
Well, I mean, at least it's pretty.
As long as I can tell the difference between the first coat and the second coat, it's all good. Actually, yeah, this looks more red.
Fair. Meanwhile, I apparently have somebody who is bombarding my Facebook wall because I've gotten like a boatload of likes out of nowhere. Ironically, this is somebody I'm not familiar with offhand. Most of the time, it's my mother-in-law or my grandmother. And what's even funnier with my mother-in-law is she does not speak English, so I'm beginning to wonder half the time that she's probably just liking it because it's me, you know?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Not to sound insanely insensitive, but
Nope.
you know what I mean.
Absolutely. So we will see tomorrow how all of these bowls that I've painted turn out. Well, except for these past three, because they didn't fit in the kiln.
Are you a Harry Potter fan by chance?
I watched all the movies once, so I'm going to go with no.
That's fair. I've only seen them twice myself, and I have yet to actually read the books.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
want
read
to,
any of
though.
the books.
I want to, though. It's just one of those where it's like, I want to be able to focus on those books if I read them.
I was
So
gonna,
trying to find time to focus on a book, yeah, forget it.
yeah, I was gonna get them as audiobooks, and then I started with the Pathfinder series.
I was actually more amused to find you can actually find them on archive.org.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming you don't have a problem just reading them on a computer screen
Yeah.
or
So
phone if you really want to torture your eyes.
yeah. So I don't have time to sit and read a book, which is why I do audiobooks, because typically I will sit here and paint and I'll just throw an audiobook on,
That's fair.
and so I'll listen to a ton of books. I can get through, I mean, if I'm not streaming, I can get through a book in either a day or two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I understand that. Ironically, one of these days when I can find the time and patience to do so, I want to go back through my book because I am wanting to update and maybe get some actual work done writing it.
Okay.
I've got one book that I've published, and oh boy. That was a disappointment because, long story short, the copy that got published was not my final draft, and I did not realize that until after I sent it.
Oh, that sucks.
And yeah, and the company I published with wanted $700 to resend a freaking file.
God.
I'm like, you gotta be joking. It literally involves me uploading a file to you. You want $700 for that? No. They said, well, fine, we'll give you 50 free edits. I'm like, thanks!
God.
So as a result, there are some insanely glaring and obvious mistakes in this book. The only upside is I was able to add a sequence that I had meant to write originally, but never got around to.
All right.
And the funny part is, looking back, if I bother to use a book that I've written as a D&D plot line,
Uh-huh.
I finally realized a way I could have gotten around. I could have dealt with that better than having my NPC deal with it.
Okay.
What I should have done was just get to the point where you do something that would on your end seem random, but unlock the plot hook in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't think of that at the time.
First time DMing.
Fair. But at the very least, at least by doing it that way, it wouldn't have seemed as railroadish as it turned out.
It's fair. Yeah, and another point is like having an NPC kind of follow us. You have to accept if we don't like that NPC.
Oh, absolutely. She wasn't meant to be liked.
Yeah, like and I think Blue was very surprised when like Brooke, who was with you guys, he was very surprised that like she wasn't like way more powerful than you guys.
The only reason I wasn't surprised at that was because I know how you run NPCs.
Yeah.
In that regard, at least.
Yeah, like you guys are the heroes here.
Right.
If someone
Otherwise,
is supposed to be
for most intents and purposes, she would have been.
Maybe. Her entire goal is to reach Sacro and teleport Sacro to Auntie.
But do we know why?
Auntie has a job for him.
Okay. And then, this is going to sound odd, but refresh my memory. As a player, I'm under the impression that Auntie is a hag. Do the characters know that, though?
That was sort of discussed in the beginning, that Kai was like, you know what? Kira has no idea what a hag is. No reason to. So, okay. Cool. And Blue, I think, said maybe I came across something about them while researching other stuff. Maybe?
Right.
And I'm like, cool. Go ahead and give me a history check. And I think he knows that putting together Auntie and the Feywild, he would know that it's probably a hag, but other than that, like, nothing else really about it. And I think Theo was just like, I don't know what a hag is. No idea. So.
And I honestly don't remember what Dee said about it.
I don't know.
Which is ironic, because that's my character.
Yep. All right.
But then in my current state, there's not a lot that I can remember offhand anyway. I'm exhausted right now.
That's fair. Time to wash brushes.
I'd say next time we play, I'd probably just roll a history check to refresh her and my memory.
That's fine.
Or do you have a problem with me just rolling that now?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Why is it wanting me to go in there? That's weird. I tried to open Roll20 and it wanted to drop me back into the Pathfinder game from last night. I'm like, wait, what? Just because that was the most recent game doesn't mean that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, shit. Yeah, she's not going to know jack squat. Not with a 6.
Cool. Yep, you are expecting a Celestial to be her auntie, because, you know, same race and whatnot.
Fair point.
Although, actually, she did tell you that Auntie took her in.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know, you may not be expecting her to be the same race.
I suppose at this point we'll find out when we get there. Heh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very curious as to what you guys do with all this. As always.
I will say, for the record, I am not intentionally trying to just do stuff to keep you on your toes.
Okay.
Well, most of the time, I'm not. I mean, like I said, as an author myself, my brain is aware that you have a story you are hoping to tell, and I am attempting to follow that story.
No, don't do that. Play your character how you think your character would act. I have a very generic story. I have Magellan wants you guys to bring his granddaughter, the heirlooms of his family. You
That's what I
guys,
mean.
you guys had his journal. You no longer have that because Sacro has that. You
Which is
guys,
ironic.
you guys, have his stuff. He gave you guys a bag of holding to help you along your way, and I know where his granddaughter is.
Naturally.
I know what's happening in the overall grand scheme of the world. Other than that, I have nothing else.
Huh.
You guys tell the story. It is all you guys. So if you've been following along with all these yarn bowls, thank you so much. I'm going to sign off for the evening. Have